If you could tell us about Dengbej tradition and what it means to be Dengbej.
Şimdi Dengbej'in bir
They have traditions in Dengbej.
bir halkın kültürünü
Dengbej
almış.
takes from the culture from the people and gives back to.
Dengbejlik bazı eski Dengbejlerden sadece
In the old times, the Dengbej would always sing in even one makam. They would tell their story
bir
in one
makamda söyler.
line like this. But it has changed now. They are more diversified.
Buna halkın Dengbej
Those who
sesini,
take
dileklerini,
the feelings, the problems, and the situations of the people and make music out of it, songs out of it, and give them back, they are called Dengbej.
Bundan halk arasında bu Dengbejleri. Yani Dengbej iki koldan ayrılır.
There are two sorts of Dengbej.
Bir Dengbej'dir, bir Dengbej'idir.
Dengbej and
Bu
Dengbeji.
Dengbej'i. Dengbej sadece alanlar, işte sen söylüyorsun, ben senden alıyorum. Tomasz alıyor, ben Tomaş'tan alıyorum.
Dengbej is the one who takes only and doesn't make any change.
Söyledim, ona Dengbej'dir. Alınan Dengbej'dir. Dengbej'i ise üretkenliktir.
Dengbeji is productive.
Yazar, makam verir, bütün çilelerin, dertlerini, ölümlerini.
Dengbeji, the second kind, takes all the situations and the feelings and creates music out of it and gives back to the people.
Temelde Dengbejlik
Dengbej, the first kind, those who only take are the new ones, the young ones, and Dengbejis are the masters.
hep bu nedenle halkın arasında kendisini böyle yer eden, mal eden.
The master becomes, when he is admitted as a Dengbeji, as a master, belongs to the people now and then.
Dengbej denir buna. Dengbej. Dengbej'i ise, orada Dengbej'i ise, hayır yanlış söyledim. Dengbej'i ise böyle bir fonksiyon.
Whereas the Dengbej, the little one, remains, is only an individual.
Dengbej ise bireysel oluyor. Yani tabii kısaca söylüyoruz biz. Dengbej, o Dengbejlik. Şimdi atadan, babadan, gelenekten gelen bir düzenlemedir, bir eski klasiktir. O eski klasik.
So there are those four
temel diller var.
languages in the Kurdish language, the four groups. In all of them there is this Dengbej tradition, and the Dengbej takes, knowing from where he took, that he remembers it, and it is always, while executing, it is always known, he is conscious that he took that song from this or that person.
Baktığımızdan da kendisini halkın sevgisine kazanan Dengbejliktir. Dengbej değil de Dengbejlik.
So there are so many Dengbejes, let's say the regular ones who sing everywhere, but they always take from masters who are the principal ones and who create, who produce music.
Çok eskilerden de dedelerimizden aldığım notlardan şimdiki üniversitelerde nasıl nota üzerinde ders veriyor, müzik derslerini veriliyor, öğreniyor çıraktan ta ustalara kadar, ondan sonra mamustalara uğradığı zaman. Orada da Malazgirt, yani Ağrı'nın, Malazgirt'in ilçesine bütün o yörenin, yani işte,
So in even older times, as the testimonies say, there was a kind of a school in the region of Malazgirt, close to the eastern border, where the masters taught the young ones, young Dengbej, and they had exams, and for example they would ask him, this guy has a song, sing me the fourth strophe of it, and the other will say, and sing me the second strophe of it. They had this kind of exams, and if they sang that correctly, they would have a sort of a diploma, like a confirmation that they could sing publicly, and they would become Dengbej'i.
Hatta halktan bu soru gelirdi bazen. Bütün her Kürdün sesi güzel ya, coğrafi olarak sesler güzel olabilir. Ama bir yerde, bir coğrafyada.
When they sang in a public place, people would ask them, "Who is your teacher? Where did you learn from?" And they would show that diploma, and after that they would be respected.
Tabii çok şey dedi ama kısacası böyle yani temelden olan Dengbej.
This is roughly the situation of Dengbej.
He said at the very beginning that Dengbej is the person who takes from the community and gives back. Does it refer to just material, lyrics and music and all this, or in the more general sense, the experience of the community that is transformed by the Dengbej and then given back in form of art?
That's how they are transmitting the history. You know? They don't have written history. It's very recent. For example, something happened and it is told by people know about it, an event. The Dengbej will make a song out of it.
Could you tell us about how you became Dengbej?
Tabii eski geleneklere baktığımda da babam da, dedem de.
His father sang, his grandfather sang.
Benim küçüklüğüm
When I was
döneminde
small, the children didn't participate in the gatherings, musical gatherings.
babamın biraz hem hikayeler söylerdi hem de böyle güzel sesi vardı.
His father had a good voice and he used to tell stories, so he was one of those little Dengbej.
O zaman da bir iki
When
kere
he was 8 or 10 years old, he asked his father that he takes him to the gathering, and the father said they would let you in. And he says, so I had learned a few verses of a song. He says, I'll sing it for them.
İyi dedi seni götürün de ama
Okay, I'll take you, but if they agree.
Meclis ders verirse bir gün tabii bütün köylüler bir köy odasına yani büyük bir evde oturuyorlar. Çoluk çocuk herkes dinler.
In the village, they would get together in a big house, and they would sing and tell stories until late at night. So one day he took me, my father, and the people say one by one in order, who knows something, tell it or sing it, and then the next person, and then the next person.
Sıra bana gelince
In the gathering, they told him, well, since you came to the gathering of the adults, you have to sing something. By the way, the verb singing is in all Middle Eastern languages, it's reading. When they say reading, that means singing. It's the same for the Persian too, and Iranian too. So you will sing something, otherwise we will kick you out. He was small, they couldn't see him, so there was this little place in front of the window which was hired, so they set him there.
Ve o parçayı söyledim ben.
And he sang.
İki parça, orada
So
bir
he
parça
sang two verses of this
söyledim.
that he knew, and everybody was shocked.
Ve dedi, hiç unutmuyorum bir tane o zaman bizim yaşlarımızda bir insan.
And he heard some of the old people saying to each other that Kazo one day will be a good artist.
Ve böylesine.
So and then beginning from that day, he would go every day with his father to the meeting.
Başlangıcın Dengbejliği böyle geldi. O geleneklerden geldim. Tabii artık
He
biraz
started like that, the Dengbej tradition.
biraz da hani herkesin bir çocuk yaştayken.
So as he was small, the people liked this very much, this situation. So he was invited to the houses and to the weddings and everywhere to sing. So he did this for many years. And right before going to the military service, he formed a music group.
Çok büyük bir ustalık
There
var.
were some great masters with whom he remained for about 15 years.
Hacı Abdülkerim.
Haji Abdülkerim was a religious man, but also a Dengbej. He remained with him for 15 years, and that's him who taught him many songs, many things. That's from him that he got the Dengbej tradition.
Tabii o dönemde
And there was no television or radio at that time.
bir köyde bir radyo vardı, bizim muhtarın radyosu.
So there was one radio in the village. It was the mayor's village mayor's radio, and every day there was in the afternoon there was a half an hour program in Kurdish, broadcasted by Yerevan State Radio, and everybody would gather at the mayor's place to listen to this program.
Ve daha sonra keşfettim, artık farklı sesleri keşfettim.
That's how we discovered many different kinds.
Irak radyosu,
And then he started to listen to the radio, Baghdad radio.
vardı. Ahru Tafik vardı.
So there were names he got to.
Soranca söylenen Fuat Ahmet vardı. Ondan sonra Ali Merdan vardı. Güzel sesler
Citing names from that he heard in Baghdad radio, who sang in that language, Sorani language.
İran radyosunda da
There was this famous singer Hasan Zirek in the Kermanshah radio in Iran. That he says now everybody is imitating him.
ve böylelikle işte halkın içerisine yayıla Dengbej'i
So he started and he continued in forming music groups and was still doing the same.
büyüyünce gruplar kurdum. Öylesine devam ettik. Hala da
In
1990
1991 he was the first to produce a cassette
Kürtçe kaseti yaptı.
songs in Kurdish in Turkey. He did this also with his children.
Bu nedenle şansı var dedi
Komaşirvan.
Komaşirvan.
So there was at that period there were elections in Turkey with Arifsa, who was a well-known musician. Together they and his children with this Koma Shirvan group. They toured all over the country and they sang and they gave concerts in the framework of the election propaganda programs. And that's how they became even more well-known.
Ve daha sonra da Almanya'da Reze'de televizyon geldi. Benimle irtibata geçti.
And
Onlara
then the
program
German
yaptım.
television contacted him.
Evet. Dengbejlik temelde tabii ki küçüklükten başlata şimdiye kadar hep halen de
Starting like this from the childhood, maybe if I am one of the biggest, but I certainly have missing points.
I just want to ask about songs and his repertoire in the Dengbej tradition. To what extent are they composed and to what extent are they improvised?
Şimdi eskisine bazı
So he's making interventions as well as for the melody and the lyrics. He says for the lyrics, for example, sometimes in what he remembers, for example, his grandfather sang, there are some words which don't, really fit. He says sometimes there are some nonsense, and as he is interested, he makes research in this oral literature also. He creates new lyrics according to the main theme of the song. He makes it more coherent. And also he does this musically and changes the rhythm sometimes.
We have very short time, but I would just really like to ask this one question. I've seen it that the Dengbej tradition is very related to identity of the nation. So what is the situation of this in relation to the country and how?
You mean what does being Dengbej mean today in the present situation of the country?
Yes.
Doğru ya, şimdiki bundan 2 sene evvel bak.
Until 2 years ago, being Dengbej had a lot of meaning in Turkey.
Çok büyük bir rağbet.
And many people listened and watched.
Ama geçen seneden beri
Since last year, with the political changes, all the programs in Kurdish on the televisions have stopped, and they may be allowed if you adapt to what they want as a style, or maybe to the language.
Şu anda sadece bir dengbejlikte değil, diğer sanat alanında da, yani ritimli parçalar, işte düğün parçaları, halay parçaları, eskiden her şey söyleyebiliyordun yani 2 sene önce, bundan 2 sene önce, ama şimdi
So since that change, not all the themes are allowed to be sung, so it's quite limited now. If it's something that doesn't really touch to political questions, they can sing it. Otherwise, they can't.
Ben Diyarbakır'a
There were about 1 million people listening to them when they were giving a concert in Diyarbakır.
ama şu anda baktığımızda
If I go now, maybe there won't be 50 people because there is oppression.
hiç kimse artık şey demiyor. Devlet buna müsaade etmiyor dillerine ferman çekmiş.
The
Durum bu.
state has done everything to
Genel olarak
stop
durum
this.
bu yani. Genel olarak.
And not only for the Dengbej, but generally.
Zaten yanlarında Dengbej
The official radio station, there is a little canal like this for, let's say, so-called Kurdish tradition. It's half in Kurdish, half in Turkish, and always the themes which are people who serve, let's say, the state.
Böyle kanun izah edebilirim başkanım.
That's the situation.
Durum 2 sene kadar hayatımın
Since last year, everything is oppressed for the language, for the music, and all the socially and politically. So I think the situation is very, very bad.
hiçbir yerde
So the Dengbej tradition is
bu
just
nedenle tabii ki nasıl ilgileyeceğim?
it's part of
Drop
the
in the sea.
situation. Yeah.
Evet.
Aman aman aman aman aman aman aman aman aman Şeyh Delal Miyav